Well, here that old man is again. I just made a video and put it on YouTube, but I couldn't hear anything, and I believe YouTube did that because they wouldn't let me put closed caption on it, and they wouldn't do a lot of other stuff either. So I figured I'd do it this way and recap all the stuff that I was saying because whether they give me access to a microphone or not, I know what I'm talking about. So it won't be hard for me to bring all that stuff back up to exactly what I'm saying. But what I'm saying tonight is that people always talk about who they love, and that's easy because anybody can say, I love you. But love is more than just you saying it, love has to be shown. You don't have to earn it. Nobody has to have to earn that. You either love them or you don't. Whatever the reason is that you stop loving them, that's your problem. Because most of the time, when people withdraw, I say let them withdraw. And that way, maybe they'll be able to better understand what's going on with themselves as well as with somebody else. But on that video that they didn't let me be heard on, I was talking about how people always saying they love you. Oh, I love you. I miss you. But if you miss somebody, you probably was missing in their lives all the time. People say they miss you, they miss this, they miss that, they miss their granny, they miss their mama. And wherever it is that they've been buried, they don't even know what's going on with the grave. They don't even know where the grave is after a certain period of time go back because they ain't been out there for so long. But people are always talking about who they miss and who they love. Oh my God, I just wish that we could realize that we are all we got. Now, a lot of us have been calling on the name of Jesus, and I think that's an excellent thing to do. But this land that we live in now, they say they called on him too. But as soon as the information came out with proof that all the saints and Jesus, all the apostles, were men of color, all of a sudden, white people have begun to say, we're going to deal with a different type of religion. We're going to still call on white Jesus and avoid worshiping a black Jesus. Because white folks ain't going to worship no black Jesus. A lot of us won't worship a black Jesus. And it's in the Bible what color he was and what his hair looked like. And you don't find white folks that look like that, guys. They just don't. And if you read the Bible about Esau, you'll see that he was a red man. Hairy, woolly. So Jesus couldn't have been white. But now that we know that he's black, a lot of us don't even want to worship that. We don't want to believe that. When it's written in the Bible. That's our history book, really. When we talk about Cain and Abel, brothers, one brother hated the other. When we talk about Esau and Jacob, one brother lost his birthright for a bowl of beans. He sold his birthright for a bowl of beans, red porridge. And that's where he got his name from. Joseph and all his brothers, 10 of them, sold him into slavery, told the father that he was dead. So this thing about us doing us wrong has been going on for a long time. Those people that sold Joseph into slavery were your African, Arab, and other nations of color over in the land, what we call the East. They did that. And here we are in this land that we're in, and they calling us African Americans when in reality, we are the true Hebrew Jew Israelites. We are. So ain't no way in the world these people over here in America is going to accept that. They have never accepted us. Never. And they never will. But we're over here. We got to pay all these bills, so we got to go to their jobs. We got to go. We want to get ahead. We got to go to their schools. Whatever it is that we need over here, we can't go to me for your education. You can't come to me to start your business. You know what I'm saying? Everything over here, they own it. Now, everybody else that comes over here, they stay with their own nationality. The Hispanics, they don't mess with us. I've never been to a Mexican restaurant where somebody looked like me was working there. I've never been to an Oriental restaurant where one of us is in there working. Not even waiting on tables. Not even cleaning up. But that's where we are anytime we want some shrimp fried rice. Anytime we want some egg foo young. Anytime we want some hot greens, we over in the Africans business supporting them. Everybody come over here live better than we do. And we've been over here from the beginning. Nobody, no nation over here has fought for this nation like we have. And died for this nation like we have. But we're the least. We get businesses started. They go up in the airplane and drop bombs. And they've done it so many times, they've hid it in their history. And then after the old people die off, the young people don't even hear about it no more. Some of these people is just now hearing about Black Wall Street and how it was burnt down. But here we are, we in the Arab stores. We buying all the swishers, the liquor, cigarettes, or whatever else we go in there for. But we can't get hired there. We can't even wash windows for them. We can't even go in there and clean up. They don't trust us like that. I haven't been to an Oriental place and saw anybody in there waiting tables, cleaning up, and nothing else. But there we are sitting in their booths eating shrimp fried rice, egg foo young, or whatever. Or the Mexican places, we in there eating tacos, burritos, tamales, and everything else, but ain't none of us working there. We got black stores in the community that go out of business because black people don't shop there. And nobody else. But here we are in all these other businesses and we won't support our own. If a black man opened a shop and was selling chicken, I'm going to give you a perfect example of one in Minneapolis where a black family opened Harold's Chicken. As soon as that family opened Harold's Chicken, the FBI and the feds and the police began to do an investigation. And those people earned their money just like everybody else, through hard work and some through other means. But every business in America started just like that. Hard work and other means. And ain't nobody investigating them. In Chicago, there's an area called Chinatown. The only people that you're going to see in those shops are Chinamen. You ain't going to see no black people in there. But there we go, pulling up, trying to get us some food. And it's so disturbing to me that that's how everybody does. We don't shop with each other. We don't help each other. We got families that got 80 people, 120 people. But can't nobody come together and make nothing happen. And right down the street from where I live, there are Hispanics. It was plenty of them living in one house, one car. 2 years later, 3 cars, 2 trucks. And some of the people gone to move into another place because they all worked hard enough together to buy that place. Then some of them go out and they buy mobile homes. They park there. They live in their mobile home and go to work every day and save their money. And then they go buy a house. Black folks have been renting from white folks since the end of slavery. And we always pay more rent than everybody else. And some of us can't even pay as much rent as everybody else. We go to their jobs. We do everything. We try to be law-abiding. I'm really upset. Because no matter what we do, we join the armies, Marines, Air Force, Navy, and we still treat it like dogs. We go there to fight, and we still treat it like dogs. Fight and die, and we still treat it like dogs. We don't need to be in their military. Because if without us in their military, it wouldn't be very many of them. We don't need to be on their police departments. Without us, they wouldn't be all up in our neighborhoods. We don't need to be in the Oriental shops buying their food. We don't need to be in the Mexican places buying their food. They don't come to our shops. But if it's a white place that sells fried chicken, everybody is going to go and patronize it. Black, white, Oriental, Mexican. But if we set up shop and we don't support us, we don't get no support. We stand in long lines at these places. You know why? They only got one person out front. Because somebody else, maybe 1 or 2 of them, is in there looking at video, watching you, making sure you don't steal nothing. Got you standing in long lines, all pissed off, but you in their stores buying their stuff. And don't get me wrong, I need stuff too. So how can I say what we don't need to do? Because I can. And I'm saying it. And if we had a place with black chefs in it, I guarantee you, the shrimp fried rice, the egg foo young, the chop suey, or whatever it is you like will be the best you ever ate. If we open a place that sells chicken, we got a recipe. We ain't just in there sprinkling flour, seasoning on some meat and throwing it in some hot grease. We got a recipe. But we don't help each other. And those of us who do help each other just be trying to help you just to see what you're going to do. And if they helping you and they say they giving you $1,000 and you got to pay it back, they ain't helping you. If somebody come up to you and they say they giving you something and you got to pay for it, they ain't giving you nothing. Even if they say they giving it to you for less than what they give it to somebody else for, they ain't giving you nothing. But that's what we do. And then we see what you're going to do with it, and then we done. We done with it. If you're black, you done. You got that from me, you didn't pay me that back, you can't get no more. And we got brothers and sisters by the same mama, different daddy. And we want to ostracize the one that ain't got the same daddy or the one that ain't got the same mama. These people got us hating ourselves so bad. It had to start a long time ago because this is not something new. Black folks kill more black folks just about than any other folk on the planet. When the Ethiopians come over here, what they do? They set them up a whole community, just them. A whole community. They got businesses, and that community helps those businesses. They eat what they cook. We in America and all over the world are the most divided of people. And if you just take a look, you will see it. You don't see nobody dropping no bombs on Chinatown. You don't see nobody shutting down the Mexican restaurants, and they some of the dirtiest restaurants you ever walk through. And so are the Orientals, and you're not sure what you're eating when you go there. You might be eating cat. But we still go there, and we patronize them. Black man opened a store, food, a restaurant, food good as it could be. Black woman opened a restaurant, food excellent, delicious. But here come the inspectors and shut it down. For whatever reason they say. Here come the police pulling you over, lying through his teeth. He would lie through something else if he could talk. The other end. He'll lie through that. Take you up in court and they done made a case. They done prefabricated a case. Lie to the judge, and just because he's a police officer, the judge is like, he's an officer of the law. Why would he lie? Because he's an officer of the law. We stand around and we watch these people put their neck on somebody's knee, standing on somebody's legs, kneeling with their knees in somebody's back. And we standing there with a camera trying to get some likes. Or we might be saying a whole bunch of stuff. But as soon as we post that, we post it so we can get some likes. Not so we can let people know exactly what's going on. Although that's part of the information package, because people are going to look at it and they're going to see it. But it's about how many likes I get. We stand around and we watch these people beat up our mama, kill our sons, our daughters, beat our daughters down. Something they've always wanted to do. And then they think they can really get away with it once they become an officer of the law. I ain't gonna even say what I'm thinking, but I know what I'm gonna do if I have to, especially when it comes to me and mine. Especially if it comes to me. So I thank God and I praise Him that He watches over me and I don't have to go through that. I thank God and praise Him for all the stuff that He does, because when it comes down to it, He's all I got. People talk about, oh, I love you, and I hear from them once or twice a year. But I want you to know you don't love me. Because if that's all I get to hear from you, guess what? I don't even want that. If that's all I get, you can keep that. If I hear from you on Father's Day and I ain't heard from you all the rest of the year, please don't call me on Father's Day and wish me nothing. I don't want to hear that. I don't accept it. Because that is not love. That's what's called tradition or some other bull manure. So if that's all you got to do for your mama is call her on Mama's Day, your mama know you a lie. You don't love her. If your wife can only get you to bring her something on Valentine's Day, I guarantee you there's another man in her life that's giving her everything and sending her home to you. Women too. Women too. Let me say that again. If you getting in contact with your people once, twice a year, that's not love, guys. That's some BS. Some bull skunk. And you know skunk bull smell nasty, right? If you miss your grandmama, that's nice. But if your grandmama is in a grave somewhere and you ain't been to see her, you don't miss her enough. If your sister is upset with you and you don't love her or go see her or try to make things better between y'all, don't neither one of y'all love each other. And that's how they got us. They got us so separate. We can't do nothing. We can't even come together as a family and own a business. We want everybody to go to school, get your education. Then when you get 18 and you hit that mark, you go get you a job. And when you get you a job, you go and get your own house where you can pay your lights, your gas, your rent, or your mortgage, your car note, your insurance, your gas, your food. They got us so busy, ain't no wonder don't nobody go see nobody. Because after all of that, you ain't got nothing to go nowhere to see nobody with. And if you do, guess what you're doing? Balling. You're having a good time. Probably treat your mama good. Probably treat your mama real good. But your daddy, that's a whole different story. Completely different story. You miss them, celebrate their life, not their death. Celebrate their birthday, since they ain't here. But ain't no need in doing that on the day they died. How about we do it on the day they came into this world and talk about all the good stuff that they did while they was here? Instead of having it on that very, very sad day and we trying to make a happy out of it. I'm telling you folks, we are so screwed as a nation of people. Don't nobody have to screw over us no more. We do a good enough job at doing that ourselves. Ain't nobody in our neighborhoods but the poor. You got some poor whites, you might have some poor Orientals, you might have some poor Hispanics, because you got some poor of everybody. But a lot of times, them people is told, especially when they come over here, the Arabs, the Ethiopians, Africans, oh, don't go and don't live in the black neighborhood. But don't come out here in the suburbs where we at. Find you somewhere around some poor people that own something or some, don't go in the hood. But that's where they end up. Because this nation don't want nobody to go forward except for the people that's call themselves white folks. And trust me, I don't hate white folks. I don't hate Ethiopians. I don't hate Africans. I don't hate Arabs. Okay? Is there anybody that I missed? Let me know. I can say I don't hate the Irish. I don't hate Germans. I try not to hate nobody. And I've been very successful with that thus far. Because I know hate is not a godly attribute. I know revenge is not a godly attribute. But people got to understand, you can't just walk up to somebody and slap them or call them out their name, because that's the way to get hurt. So I don't know. But I made a video and I put it on YouTube, and YouTube cut the sound. They've done several of my videos like that. Because they don't want nobody to tell y'all. Stop saying who you love. Because I'm going to tell you what you love. You love your money. You love your prestige. You love your job. You love your car or your truck. But when it comes to black people, you don't love them. And if you do, you don't know how to show it. And I'm hoping that I'm saying all of this so that black people can see. Stop watching people put their knees on people's necks and backs. Do something. Do something. Besides, take your camera out and try and get you a like. Don't just say something. Do something. Now, I'm not saying you got to do nothing violent or hurt nobody, but you should do something. But that's 29 minutes. And I'm going to post this one on YouTube, who cut my sound the last time, and see if they cut it again. So, you'll see YouTube with the one without the you won't be able to hear me. I got this same t-shirt on, this same little thing is behind me, so you will know it's the same day, because it's going to say the date on it too. And I'm hoping that everybody will be able to hear me. Show some love to your brothers and sisters, even though they ain't got the same daddy you got. Peace out.